Is Luciano Zaccara. He's joining me live from Doha. He's a Middle East political analyst. Luciano, great to see you. Great to have you here with us on TRT World C. One of Donald Trump's biggest campaign promises when he was running his presidential campaign was to ensure that America does not get involved in a foreign country's domestic affairs. So what's happening right now, especially in terms of the rhetoric that we are seeing come from the U.S. president, it doesn't really align with America First policy, does it?
No, it doesn't at all. But we shouldn't be surprised about the contradictions Trump is falling every time in his Middle East policy. One thing is to deal with things that had to do, for instance, with the confrontation that Israel had with Iran. And it's understandable that the United States was dragged into that confrontation directly. But the other thing is to got immersed in internal affairs of a country like Iran that the United States has not been doing since Trump is in power. I mean, actually, he's not interested in anything that is happening in any other country in the Middle East region in which their governments are mistreating their own people. One of the most clear examples is what is going on in Gaza. I mean, Gaza people is being massacred, and there is a genocide there. And however, the United States is not doing anything to intervene. So either though they are upset with what is going on with the internal affairs in Iran, this is not something that should allow the United States to claim that they can intervene in any country of the Middle East in which there are legitimate protests about economic grievances, in which people
right. And to that point about the
protest.
this is something that has been acknowledged by the Iranian president himself, that yes, there is an economic crisis that the country is facing right now. But coming back to Donald Trump and the statements that he has been making, I think there are increasing indications right now, in fact, all indications, that U.S. President Donald Trump right now is putting Israel first over America first. To what extent do you think it's going to be a problem for Donald Trump domestically?
Well, it's becoming complicated. The conservative front in the United States is not united about what to do with Israel and how to deal with the Iranian issue. I mean, we have very clear voices that they are saying why the United States should engage in a war that not belongs to them, which is Israel and Iran, and why the United States should protect and support Israel in what it's doing in Gaza. So within the conservative camp, it's not easy for Trump to deal with all this. Moreover, we have to bear in mind that since the beginning of the war in October 2023, Netanyahu has been the one dealing or setting the timing, setting the agenda of what is going on in the Middle East. If there is a peace process now, is because Trump decided to give some signals to Israel that they were not 100% happy, but only it was possible because Netanyahu allowed this to happen. Apart from that, everything that is going on in Gaza, everything that is going on in the Middle East is now more or less decided by Netanyahu, and Trump is following up with what is going on. The United States was dragged into a direct confrontation with Iran in June, because Israel decided to bomb Iran in the middle of conversations that they were having, United States and Iran. Now, since Netanyahu also has this agenda of overthrowing the Iranian elites, political elites, United States might be dragged again into another adventure trying to benefit from this situation. We know that the interests of the United States and Israel are different. In Iran, United States doesn't want a nuclear Iran. Israel doesn't want the Islamic Republic. So whether Israel can convince the United States that this is the opportunity that they were looking for to destroy the Islamic Republic, we might find something that we're going to witness another confrontation in which the United States is entering into the scenario, supporting Israel claims, supporting Israel interests rather than American interests. It's not on the American interest to eliminate the Islamic Republic and to have a new chaos in the region.
So what we have from Donald Trump right now is a verbal threat against Iran and to the Iranian government. Luciano, I know you have been following the developments in the region for quite some time. What do you think is the likelihood that that verbal threat is going to turn into some sort of action?
Well, no, we know it's not. I mean, the fact that Trump is saying something, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. We have been hearing that since the first term and again in this one. He's more interested in achieving peace But from time to time, he needs to show that he has the power to do whatever he wants, and he needs to show that the United States is the most powerful country in the region, and that he is the one setting the agenda and not the others. And that's the main point. If the agenda of Trump is not coinciding with an attack against Iran, it should not happen. The problem is Israel is interested in pushing the limits of this tense stability that exists in the region, and he's forcing United States to engage in a direct confrontation. This is an opportunity that Israel has been looking for. We all know that Netanyahu went to Mar-a-Lago meeting asking for the United States support, claiming that Iran is rearming and needs to be destroyed once and for all. So this can be used as an element to justify another attack. The rhetoric of Trump is clearly on that line. I don't think that the United States elite is now interested in engaging in another war. Hopefully this is not going to happen. But I don't discard that Israel will keep insisting in doing that.
Fascinating insights, Luciano Zaccara. Thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World. I really appreciate your taking out the time.
Thank you very much for having me.